Welcome back, everybody. About to kick off our 11th mock draft. This one, you're going to get to ride along with us and watch us as we make the selections. This is the third in our series where we're taking cornerback, edge, and tight end, mixing up the order every time, and then we'll compare the results when we're done. And the fourth pick in every draft will be a defensive lineman. I've talked ad nauseum about why I am drafting those four positions. I'm not going to get into that here. I'm using the NFL mock draft database, and the slick thing about it is they have already awarded comp picks. So we have the second and third round pick that the Rams already have, and 2 fifth round picks. So we can go 4 rounds. We can go 5 rounds, and the Rams will have those 4 picks. And when we're done, we'll have one of each of those 4 positions. Let's get this kicked off here. I got it set up for you, set up for us, and we'll kick it off. And I don't claim to be a draft expert by any means. I think I'm getting more and more familiar with these guys that are going to be in the Rams' wheelhouse with the second and third round pick. When we get to the 5th round, I'm probably going to have to lean on these rankings quite a bit. By the way, we will get a lot of trade offers, but we will just reject all of them so we can compare apples to apples across these 6 drafts. Boy, Les Snead would probably jump all over a couple of those. But so who do we got here? We got Luke Van Ness, the edge rusher. Not filtering for any position at this point. Darnell Washington, 6'8", 280, tight end. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, edge rusher. These are all guys that I have selected in previous mocks at one point or another. And there, as I suspect, Emmanuel Forbes is going to be our highest rated cornerback. We're going cornerback, edge, tight end, remember, in this draft. We will not deviate from that. So let's filter for cornerback to make sure Forbes is indeed the guy, and we will make that selection. And our next pick will be an edge rusher. Now, I suspect that this order is not going to be ideal. I just have a feeling that some of these other orders are going to be more beneficial to the Rams, but we'll see how it goes. Some more trades. Now, Andre Carter II is still there. He's the guy out of Army, uber athlete, really strong leader. He fits the Rams mold of the type of character they like to bring in. Andre Carter. Let's scroll through this and see who else is here, just so we have an idea of the types of players we would be passing on. Blake Freeland. He's a Senior Bowl guy. You know the Rams love Senior Bowl guys, but I don't think they're going to take tackle this early. You all know by now how I feel about the Rams' need or lack of need along the offensive line. I'm probably in the minority, but I'll stand by that position for now. Tucker Kraft, this draft is loaded with tight ends, and Tucker Kraft is one of them. Love to have him. Just scroll through some of these other guys that are still left. Trevius Hodges-Tomlinson, a little undersized cornerback. TCU played in that championship game. Let's go back to the top here, and we will filter for edge to make sure we get the right guy. It is indeed Andre Carter. We'll make that selection. And our next pick is going to be a tight end. Now, as stacked as this draft is in tight ends, I sense at this point that waiting till the 5th round might not be ideal, that this is not the best order to pick these positions. Might want to go tight end with that 3rd round pick. You can get a darn good tight end at that point. If you wait till the 5th, yeah, there's some guys there. As you'll see in a minute, they're usually there. They have been in other mocks I've done. And let's take a look at all of the players unfiltered. Who do we have? I'll just let you look at some of these guys. Benton is a defensive lineman that I have mocked to the Rams recently. Let's go back up and filter for tight end and see what we have. And I thought Schoonmaker was going to be there. Schoonmaker, if you're looking for a blocking tight end, he's about as good as they get. Type of guy the Rams want to bring in, not sure about that. But if they want to run 2 tight end sets like they started to a little bit last year, maybe so. I'm not sure. The reason I've been focusing on tight end, maybe I should restate this. The Rams have some serious salary cap issues, and if there's one player they can, whose contract they can get out from under without a giant dead cap hit, it's Tyler Higbee. And I love Tyler Higbee, and I'm not advocating the Rams move on for him, but I think they might. I really think they might. And if that's the case, even if they do keep Tyler Higbee, I think they need to bring in another tight end, a more dynamic tight end than Bryson Hopkins, who I wish had gotten more opportunities last year. I really thought he would. But Schoonmaker is the guy that's going to come in and help you revitalize that running game. So we'll go ahead and make that selection. And next up is defensive line. I'll turn that filter off, and our pick will be coming up here pretty soon. And so there it is. Not quite yet. Some more trade offers, which we will reject. And Wayne Morris, an offensive tackle out of Oklahoma, is there. I'll just roll through this so you get an idea of the types of guys that are available. But let's go back up and we'll filter for defensive linemen. That's what we're looking for at this point. And Moro Ojomo out of Texas, I'm guessing on the pronunciation there, Tyler Lacey, Kobe Turner. These are not guys I've seen slip. I've seen better players slip to this position in the draft. And so this is a little disappointing. I apologize to these guys, but based on what I've seen in previous drafts, didn't get real lucky as far as defensive linemen falling to us, but we'll go ahead and take the guy from Texas, and that'll be our last pick, of course. And you can see our grades there. They did not like the Forbes pick, and it was a little early for him based on his rating, but this is why you do these exercises, right? You do these many, many times, and you find out, you get an idea of who's going to be there. Maybe you don't want to go cornerback first. You might have been able to get someone close to Forbes value in the 3rd round, and meanwhile you missed out on some good tight ends or edge rushers. So that's the result of our 11th mock draft. Next time we will be doing, again, we'll start with cornerback. Not thrilled with that possibility, but we'll give it a run. We'll go cornerback, tight end, edge next time, and we'll see how that works. This is mock draft 11 in the books, and we'll be back with the next one in 4 or 5 days or so. Out here from Rams Up.